Welcome back, my friends, to the Psychic Next Door. I want to thank every one of you for taking the time to tune in, as well as for your overwhelming support for subscribing, liking, and even commenting on my videos. I am truly grateful for you. My goal today and always is to provide you clarity and peace through these spirit-driven messages. Remember, these are just general readings, not one-to-one, so if it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind. This reading was created for our beautiful Aries friends for the month of August. However, it is a timeless reading and can resonate at any given period. All right, now, while we shuffle the cards, let's dive into a bit of the astrology that could help better guide you throughout this month. This month, my friends, is a period for unwinding and some self-care, especially in efforts to offset the influence of Mercury retrograde. Mercury is known as the communication planet, so throughout this period, you may see some travel delays, communication difficulties, and even some communication coming through from an ex. Practicing patience during this period is key. Rather than overloading yourself with things to do this month, take a more manageable approach to what needs to be handled. This is a period where momentum on projects, decisions that have been pending, come to a standstill, or like a bottleneck type situation. But fear not, my friends. On August 28th, Mercury retrograde comes to an end. You'll see more of a reset to factory settings at that point. I do apologize if I sound kind of nasally or so. I'm just trying to fight something. So I appreciate your kindness and just bearing with me. All right, let's go ahead and dive into your reading this month. Now, as you can see, the setup is a bit different, and the readings are also going to take a bit of a shift this month. We're going to start with drawing a few oracle cards from the Moonology deck. Then we're going to use this tarot deck as a clarifier, and at the end, I'm going to draw a special spirit animal oracle card just for you. All right, so please stay tuned. The first card we drew is You Are Good Enough. And I will say, so far, in a couple of the collective readings so far, there's been a theme of not feeling good enough within a particular topic or subject, or even just some internal doubt that some of you have been experiencing. And we're going to dive into this a little deeper. The next card is A New Start is Coming. And just to share with you, when this card came out, Spirit highlighted the month of September for me, okay? So we'll dive more into that. Communication is key. All right, I kind of see where we're going here. We're going to start here first, though, because this is something that Spirit wants to kind of dissect first and discuss. All right, let's dive into this card. I'm going to go ahead and draw some clarifiers and see what messages we get from Spirit while we draw them, okay? You are good enough. Again, we have been feeling some overall self-doubt, and it's not, Spirit wants me to let you know, it's not self-doubt for your entire life and your entire being, okay? Not that you're just carrying this huge dark cloud. That's not it. It appears that it's in relation to something specific that you're questioning your skills on. So for some of you, this is in relation to a position or a job. It seems as though you're kind of doubting some of the skills or the skill sets that you have, not feeling as though you can give everything they're asking for in this particular sense. And I will tell you this, Spirit is highlighting that some of this feeling is coming from your leaders, okay? Your leaders could be exuding this kind of cloudy, murky feeling, and not just over you, but perhaps other folks that report to them as well. It seems like it's being drawn from a leader who has issues with self-confidence, so kind of mirrors that to the folks that report to him or her. Okay. So in turn, those feelings and those energies that perhaps managers and folks around you are feeling are kind of trickling on to all of the staff. Okay. Spirit is also showing that some of you, and they want me to pull this card in, communication is key. Some of you will actually have a one-on-one conversation. Now, whether you have one-on-ones regularly with your superiors, your managers, directors, bosses, things of that nature, the leads on your team, it looks as though this will happen in a twofold way. So perhaps some of the difficulties that are occurring in your place of business. Number one, you're going to bring the topics and situations and how you're feeling up during a one-on-one type check-in conversation. And then others of you, Spirit is showing me, that you're going to take the lead on this, okay? Kind of discuss some of the difficulties and issues that you've been having in a very professional way, in a very methodical way, so much so that you're going to start to draw the attention of other leaders, because they're going to be discussing that communication that you had with them in their meeting and so on, and you know how that kind of works. And they're going to see you in a different light. Because you brought up these difficulties or issues that you're having in the workplace in a professional manner, and while you might not see results right away, or you might not receive feedback right away, that conversation is going to be repeated in a very positive light. And future energy shows that a new start is coming for you. For some of you, it looks as though it's in the realm of projects at your workplace that you're you're going to be nudged a little bit to try and join and work through. For some of you, there are going to be other positions opening up. It looks like there's some leaders that could be stepping down or stepping into other roles and other departments, and some new job opportunities, positions are going to be opened up, and they're going to kind of be looking at you. This is also another layer. You are good enough. It's going to also be in regards to this new start. These positions, projects, and things that may be coming your way here in the coming months. Part of you feels kind of timid or nervous about applying. Perhaps you don't feel as though you have enough knowledge or skill set to move into that new role. Understand that this card is going to be key throughout this entire duration for you. As you move into other roles, as you take on more responsibility, your communication is going to be key. Now, Spirit wants me to clarify this because perhaps some of you have this on your mind. This is not like you're tattletaling. I think that's what it's called, to where you're complaining or you're always saying when something's wrong, right, and you're looking for fixes. No, no, no. This is you learning how to communicate at the appropriate time, okay? And Spirit wants to share with you that whenever you bring a problem to your superiors, bring a few options. The last thing someone wants to hear is problem after problem after problem with no potential solutions attached to it, right? And here's the thing. You have a very special way about yourself in the way you communicate. So before you bring a problem or a difficulty forth, right, to a leader, and Spirit encourages you to kind of work through it on paper. Sometimes that actually helps because then you can revisit it a couple days later and so on, right? Kind of take that approach moving forward with problems and difficulties at your workplace. And I'm being shown a visual of an arrow going upward. And that is my sign. It's kind of like seeing the 8 of Wands in the tarot. Things are going to be moving very fast for you, okay? Gain some confidence, understand you don't have all the answers. Another layer to this is Spirit wants to convey that some folks often shoot themselves in the foot when they kind of have a know-it-all personality or attitude. And this often is displayed as someone goes up in the ranks, right? They feel like they have to know all the answers. There's nothing better in a leader than you admitting, hey, I'm not really sure on the answer for the question that you're asking, but I'm going to look into it and I'm going to get back to you by Tuesday. Okay? If it's something that takes a while to look into, if it's something quick, you can say, hey, I'll let you know by end of business. That kind of a well-rounded individual, okay, is really going to draw a lot of light and attention in the workplace, because that's not something you often see, okay? It's just not. And in doing this, a new start is coming for you, all right? And it feels really refreshing and exciting, okay? So we've drawn quite a few clarifiers: the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Fool, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. So for many of you at this point, you're going to be moving away from something that no longer serves you, okay? Whether it's a way of working, a way of thinking, just something that you know is just kind of been choppy in your life, and you're going to move away from it. For a small collective of you, they're showing me that it's perhaps a relationship or a friendship that it's kind of gone sour and doesn't serve you. Spirit wants to share with you that you don't necessarily have to cut that person out. It doesn't have to be like a final set in stone thing, right? You can just shift away from them, okay? Kind of keep your distance. It doesn't have to have this climax or like finality to it, okay? You can just walk away from what no longer serves you, okay, and put some distance there. This is the time for you all to, very much like the astrology mentioned a few minutes ago, to rest and relax, okay? Take some time to yourself. Some of you desperately need to have a period, or even if it's just a few days, whatever you can do in regards to your schedule, to give yourself that time to kind of come down from it all, okay? And allowing yourself to do this, it's going to bring like a refreshing glow to you, okay? It's going to also move you away from this "you're not good enough" situation. This is also, now they're showing me in reference to this relationship that I had mentioned. Some of you may be feeling that you may not be good enough for this person, and actually vice versa, that they're not good enough for you. And that's a great thing if you're able to see that someone is just not the right fit for you, okay? And that you can move away from it. So again, having this time to yourself is going to kind of bring a new light. With the Fool card, Spirit is asking you to look outside your comfort zone and to look outside your norm. The Fool often is very whimsical. They take chances, and this might not be who you are naturally. Some of you are. They're sharing with me that you do take chances and you just try things until they stick, which is a beautiful energy. For so many, I have to tell you, it takes months and months and months to lead up to even trying something. So there's something very beautiful in that energy, because you'll find something that sticks by going that route. Spirit is showing me two individuals, okay? And for those of you that are moving away from what no longer serves you in regards to a love romantic relationship, something new is on the horizon, okay? We've got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. This is actually depicting two parts of your life: the romantic relationship and then the finances. And the finances piece comes from the first message that we had started out with, that you're going to be growing in your career. And you're going to see yourself for who you really are. And there's going to be like a bit of a revelation, like, wow, I am amazing. And that's okay to say. I mean, you don't have to run around and say it to everybody, but it's okay for you to toot your own horn. It's okay as long as it doesn't turn in this cocky, arrogant, daily thing. It's okay to toot your own. Hey, I did a great job on that project. I'm really proud of myself. Okay? And again, another potential relationship. For some of you, you're not in a relationship right now. You've kind of sailed, that ship sailed, and you've kind of been doing your own thing for a while. So it looks like there's going to be a potential suitor coming your way. They're highlighting the month October, but then November is being highlighted very strongly. So for the collective, that will be coming through. Here's something pretty neat that Spirit is sharing for some of you. We have the High Priestess and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. The High Priestess exudes this love, this energy, this knowing, all right? Your intuition throughout what you've been going through as of recent, it's kind of like, it could be dulled a bit. You're not getting all of those bits and pieces from Spirit that they're trying to convey to you. As you work through this difficulty or, you know, this period of time, in the August month and into September, you're going to be standing more in your own power. And in doing that, you're going to be more receptive and open to the information. And you're going to be more, I don't want to say all-knowing, but it's kind of like you're allowing a layer of yourself to go away, to be done with. That chapter, you're done with it. And it's very freeing for you. And in doing so, it opens you up to these potential possibilities that are coming your way, and you're going to be more receptive to it. It's showing me that for a group of you that there have been perhaps a couple people that have been drawing your interest or that have been interested in you, but you just haven't really been there for that. And now it looks as though with this Knight of Cups card, a solid foundation type individual is headed your way. It's also showing me similarities in the way you think and also your foundations. I'm trying to see if they're saying that it's how you grew up or your beliefs. Oh, it's belief system. Okay. So perhaps some of your beliefs align. It's just a very pure and decent energy. Okay. Something you haven't felt in a long time. For some of you, you're going to remain in the current relationship that you're in. Okay, it doesn't really show that you're departing from anyone, like a final departing situation. Okay, over here you were just kind of distancing yourself a bit from an individual, but it shows that those of you that are in a relationship, you're going to also be working on your communication, because they're showing me, and it's a metaphor, I hope it's a metaphor, of a car that's having some engine troubles, okay? And maybe some of you put your car in the shop. I mean, that could very well be as well. But what they're wanting to show is that this relationship, I'm not sure that it's gone dull, but there's been so much stress and other exterior situations that have come into play that you've kind of not worked on the relationship as you have, and it's just kind of, it's a little choppy feeling, if you will. You're going to start working on that to get it back on track. And the final message or the final outcome is your Nine of Pentacles. Okay, and in this particular situation, they're showing me this card in twofold. While it is Pentacles, your finances are going to increase from the opportunities that are coming your way, but also this is in relation to your internal self, all right? You're going to be a much more confident and just happy. Like, I'm just feeling a very happy energy, okay? So it looks like you've got some stuff to work through, my beautiful Aries friends, but the final result is quite nice. And they're sharing with me also 60 to 90, and that's in regards to timing. So all this may be taking place for you all in the next 60 to 90 days. It doesn't mean that for some of you it can't happen next month, or that this is already in motion for some of you. But for the collective, it appears to be future energy, end of summer, beginning of fall. Now, we are going to draw a special spirit animal oracle card for you to end your reading. And let's see what information Spirit has. It's so nice that you guys, as a collective, you've all been going through so much. You're kind of moving away from that energy, making changes, making adjustments for a better life. All right, and your final card is Deer, gentleness. This is a reminder to be more gentle with yourself and others. The grace, sensitivity, and gentleness of this spirit animal echo the qualities brought forth when living from the heart. This is a reminder for you to be gentle to yourself. All right, my beautiful Aries friends, may you have a wonderful month, and we'll talk soon.